I was an island girl for like 10 days, and now it's time to take out the braids.
This video has been all over my For You page with different opinions related to white women wearing braids, so let's talk about it. This is not a new conversation. This is one that the internet has a lot, and a topic that I personally have thought very deeply about for the last few years of my life for many reasons. Let's get into it. So my take on white women wearing braids is you can't really police what people do with their hair and their aesthetics. It is what it is. Like, if you want to wear braids in your hair, fine. Personally, I think her braids even look really good. What I am going to say, though, is read the room, and if you want to make a video like she did and post it on the internet, you're for sure opening yourself up to significant hatred. And here's why. In my opinion, the issue is not her having the braids in her hair, but the way she's speaking about it with such ease and casualty, very much giving the Black community a right to be irritable. Black people have the right to be upset when a white woman comes in and is wearing braids, something that is culturally sensitive and something we do for the protection of our hair, not the style. And say things like, if I had knew about braids when I was younger, my life would have been so much easier, when an entire culture of people have experienced deep-rooted trauma, isolation, and negativity related to wearing braids forever. Like, for sure, that can be hurtful. She also said she felt like such a celebrity around the island with her braids. Meanwhile, Black women everywhere are fighting for their lives in their workplace to remain professional looking with their braids in that they need for the protection of their hair, not just for funsies. I can for sure see why people would listen to a statement like that and be triggered. She also said something along the lines of, like, nothing anyone could say about these braids would make me hate them. That's just a very privileged thing to say. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But like, hey, you know, fine. The last thing I'm going to say is in relation to people telling her that her hair is going to fall out. She's got those little cornrows in and no extensions, so her hair is not going to fall out. Like, white people can cornrow back their hair. What Black women are saying when they're saying don't get braids, they're going to make your hair fall out, is like these type of braids where there's extensions and it's weighing your hair down. White people or people with straight or loose curly hair are not supposed to get braids with extensions that are going to weigh it down, because her hair would have fallen out in that situation. And in reality, I think those types of comments just come from a place of hurt. Black women are just like, let us have this one thing. This is a cultural thing for us. You're not supposed to have that hairstyle. It's not for your type of hair, which is the truth. But again, like, people can do whatever they want, in my opinion, with their hair. But then again, it's in the way that she was speaking about it, because she's saying that in a way that's like, my hair's not going to fall out. Like, I actually have pretty curly hair, and I'm looking like, girl, your like hair is like loose wavy. It's not curly in terms of like Black people curly hair. Now, my final point in this conversation is that this is something that I had thought about a lot over the course of my life, because I'm mixed, I'm half Black and half white, and that's something that I also have to consider when I have these sorts of conversations. Colorism is real. Racism related to hair texture is real. It's important to acknowledge, at least in my opinion, as someone who attempts to be, you know, morally and ethically correct, you should acknowledge the privilege that you hold in certain situations. So when speaking about these sorts of issues, especially when I'm speaking to Black people, is that I want to acknowledge the privilege that I do hold, having looser curls than somebody who's full Black, having lighter skin than somebody who's full Black. There's a ton of privilege that you hold just in those situations. You don't have to acknowledge that. Again, like, I am a firm believer that people don't have to know everything about everything, but what I will say in closing is that cultural appropriation is real. The girl's braids look cute, but, you know, she wouldn't be my cup of tea, I don't think, based on what she said in the video. Okay, bye!